Hello everyone, welcome to another week in my garden. I've had a busy week this week. As you can see, I've put new tops. I've resited the compost bin and put new tops on them. I'll just show you, I've got this one. I've still got a little bit of concrete in etc. to do along the front. I shall concrete right round to stop anything going in from underneath. That's just round the edge. Right, this is the first bin. I will put a plastic liner in it like I've done in that one. It's that corrugated plastic, and I like to line them before I load them up. So that'll be the bin number one. I've done them so the tops can be lifted off when I want to transfer from one to another, but then they'll just kick up. This is the one we're using at the moment. You see I'm stripping the beans off, so I'll put those in, and then I'll put some accelerator on it, and then put something out. But you can see the plastic liners, they help to keep the moisture in, and they seem to get it rotting down a lot quicker, they do. Now this bin is the one that's now ready. This will be ready for the onion bed. You can see it's beautiful stuff. That's all ready. That'll go on the onion bed, and hopefully that one will be ready to go in with the potatoes and everything else. But the onion bed will take, but it's onions, beans and peas where they need a lot of nourishment, so we'll put most of this under that bed A, which is the onions, etc. So that'll be that. It's took me quite a while to do them, and I kept running out of wood and had to keep going fetch some more wood. It's all new wood, so it should last a while. It'll need several more coats of paint, but it'll be smart when it's done. Obviously I had to resite the gate for up there, but when it's all concreted I'm sure it'll look decent. But I'll show you when it's all finished. All my labour here took me ages to do. Well, let's go down and lift a few potatoes. I haven't lifted a few. We'll show you what I lifted, and I'll lift a couple more to show you how we're getting on with that. That was a job we need to do as soon as possible now, because it's been 2 weeks. Right, here we are down at where the potato beds are, bed A for last year. Now, if you remember when we planted these, seems like ages ago now, but we took so many of the sprouts off, and I took mine off down to 3 because I didn't want lots of small potatoes. I'd have a large one and a few small ones, and as you can see the results, it's happened like we wanted it to happen. But let's dig one and see. Push it well down under the potato, and then slowly lift back so we can see what we've got. Really, you need gloves on for doing this. Now we won't have so many, but we'll have look at the size of that. We'll have the size of the potato, and that's what we wanted, larger potatoes. I say we should have had gloves on, really. Never mind. As you can see, they're of good size, and that's what we wanted. Now there will be a few slug holes in them. There always is on my old land. We did put that nematodes on it, but it didn't work for me, so I noticed there's 1 or 2 slug holes in there. Look, they've had a little bite. Take these away and burn those with the others. That's what I'm after, nice big potatoes. We'll just go down and see if there's any more. I don't think there will be. Oh, one more. The ground's so wet underneath. There's another one jumped out. That's out the next one, so we'll put it there. Just break the ground up a little bit. Right, we'll just scan it across to show you what we've dug up already, and then I'll turn a couple more and let you see what we're getting. It was well worth taking those spruts off to increase the size of the potatoes. Right, here we go. You see we've got a bit of slug damage on that one, but when they're this big you can always cut that off anyway. These, any with slug damage, we'll use straight away. But these come in thick and fast, so we leave them out for an hour or so just to dry off. There'll be some more under that one, I'm sure. There you go. You won't want many like that to make a few chips, would you? Look at that. It's a lovely potato. Very wet. Got some worms in. That's a good sign. They are reasonably clean. Quite pleased with those. That's not bad from one, but we didn't want that size. We needed bigger ones. I have to break the top up because this old land, with it wet, if it dries out too quickly, we'll never get this broken down. Shall we lift one of these King Edwards, see how they're getting on? These aren't quite so big, but they're still of a good size, so they're still usable. I'm pleased with them. Let's have a look what we've got. Oh. Look at this, it's full of them. See, these will be the smaller ones we'll use straight away. We won't store though. These are ideal. Look at these. Good storing potato size, that is. If you don't be in too much of a rush to get that fork in, because you'll finish up spearing some. You'll always spear one or two anyway as you're lifting them, but it's not a lot you can do in there. They're clean. I'm happy with that. As you can see, they're still coming out. That's that route, because the next one's right up there, so that's all off one route. Can't. There's your reject. Look, see how it's green. If it was, even if it was this big, if it had what we call a greenback, we don't use those at all. We don't even put them in storage or send them up. It's best to compost them. Well, chop them up and compost them if you want, or burn them. I think that'll be it off that route. We'll have one more dig. Yes, I think that's it from that one. What you should do is let them dry. No more than 2 hours or they'll start turning green. If you haven't got time to lift them or leave them in the ground, don't leave them on top, whatever you do. What I should do, let them dry, and then I'll put them, as I pick them up, I'll sort them, any that a little bit damaged that we can use but don't want to store, I'll send up and we'll use those straight away. The best we'll bag, take up to the shed, and I'll store them in these jute sacks in the shed. If I fill that, I can show you I won't be lifting it, but I'll just put so many in and then take them up. But first off, I'll sort them into the wheelbarrow and take them up and then store them in these. But being that we're going to do some other showing now, and I'm going to leave these for a little while, I'm just going to put the jute sacks over the top to keep the sun off them a little bit. So if we can't do them straight away, we'll cover them up. Just while we're on our way up to the fruit cage, I just thought I'd show you what's happened with the Brussels. Now we did have them under covers, under nets, but they've grown that strong they've actually lifted the nets up. So I've actually taken the nets off now, and the thing is now we're at the mercy of the butterflies and the whitefly, but I shall keep spraying with my soap and see how we get on. But they're so big now, they've grown so much now that they've taken the nets off themselves, so we'll have to just let them finish as they are. They look quite well actually, they're good, made good plants. Right, we're in the fruit cage now, and we're going to, or I have been, as I say, I've been taking these beans down. There's a few beans left on them, but I don't think my wife wants those now, so we'll let those go now. Always remember when you're taking beans out, leave the roots in, because they've got those nitrogen nodules on them, so just cut those off. Look. And then what to do is to start pulling them off. It's a decent net I use, so I want to save the net, but they're quite strong. You can really pull them and they'll come off. It's quite a long job, but they do come off. I do compost them. Just pull them off to start. Now they are twisted round and round. If you give them a pull down, they normally come off. We seem to be rather busy today with trains, planes, chickens and geese, but we'll get to it. We're going up. Keep pulling them, they'll come. I just finished this little bit here to show you that it's easily done, and then I think we'll pick some raspberries. They look like they're ready. There they go, look. That's how I strip my beans off. It breaks them up nicely for the compost heap anyway, so it's not a bad job. It just takes you a bit of time, but like most things, once you get into it, you can whip them off a bit quick. There you go. Look. Then I should remove the frame, get this all dug nicely, and then as soon as the raspberries start to finish, which is not far off now, then we'll take this net up and the chickens can come in and they'll love it in here. Okay, that's all the beans off. Now I shall take the wires out, because there's wire running through it as well, and then take all the staples out, fold the mesh up, take the timbers off, give them a coat of paint and put them away for winter, and that'll be ready for next season then, like we did the bean net. And then get this dug and give it to the chickens. If we're letting the chickens in, I will put some wire across top and get into the celery. Okay. Quite a few. We'll have these for tea. They're sort of nearly finishing, but there's still quite a few still to come. I think we're having good autumn berries off our raspberries. I think there's a missed one here. There it is. We've done rather well out of the raspberries this year. At least we're going to have a nice pudding today. Okay. Now, while I'm in the cage, I just sort of show you the celery, how it's stretched up since we put the black bands on, if you like. And it's really stretched up. Now the thing to watch now is that with them getting a lot stronger, we're going to have to keep them watered now. The mulch is on, we must water them every day. They really have nearly doubled in size. That means hopefully the bottoms have stretched, and because of the black card on them, they'll turn, I think they'll turn a very light green colour, which will be rather nice. I would like to take one off and show you, but not yet. We'll leave it a little bit longer and then we'll have a look. If you can see that one, that stalk actually starts at ground level and is this big now, so they really are stretching up. So that amount of plant will require a lot of water now, so I'll water these. As soon as I finish my little jobs in here, I'll run a couple of cans of water along these and give them a good drink. Then they should be alright. Okay. Right, that's the old beans tops into the compost bin. Now, while we're on the bins, I'll put down in the drop down box what I put in the bins, and more important, what not to put in the bins. It's a basic rule, is if you grow it, or if it grows, shall we say, it can go in the compost bins, but I'll put it on the drop down box anyway. And I'm quite pleased with my new bins. They look the business. I'm quite pleased. A lot of work, but well worth it. Hello everyone, Friday today. Very busy week this week. I've lifted the potatoes, the main crop. As you saw, we had a lot of the large red ones. I've still got a few that I've just lifted today. This is the end of the red ones, very large those. If you remember, we took the seed down to 2 spruts for those, and that's the result. The other ones, if I remember right, these King Edwards, I took to 3 spruts and put them in, and as you can see, I've got a good even harvest out of them. There's a few with slug holes in. There's a few small ones there that I'll reject as I lift them, but I've just put them out to dry for now. As you can see, with so all the potatoes are lifted now. I'll get them up to the shed, sorted and stored, and then I'll show you them in storage. I'm quite pleased with the crop. We've got enough potatoes to get us through and my daughter through till next year's crop. Well, next year's early start coming in. So I'm well pleased with these. Now, as I say, it's Friday. I know we were going to do the cuttings of the geraniums and the fuchsias for overwintering this week, but with the compost heaps having to be done and lifting the potatoes, I've got a little bit behind, so I will do the cuttings for you next week and show you how to get those on. In fact, I might do them at weekend, but we'll film them on for next week anyway. So that'll be about it for this week. So have a nice weekend. Have a look at the Olympics if you've got time. I'm sure you have. And hopefully I'll see you next week then. Bye now.